Let's face it, we're lost. We've got no food and we're all out of money. Maybe this adventure in life just isn't for us. Well, how else are we supposed to make any money? Opportunities don't just fall into your lap, you know. Are you okay? Yes. Nothing unusual here, I'm afraid. I'm trying to get this tavern up and running. It could be very profitable, but these lands are quite challenging. You lot seem useful. I've got a proposal. Welcome to the town. First of all, apologies for that really poor voice acting at the start, but I felt it was quite nice to add a bit of flavour to the start of the series, kind of like how this became what it is. So with this series, I wanted to do something slightly different. I wanted to have the feel of an adventure party that's got disillusioned with travelling for meagre amounts of gold. Maybe they're not so successful. And they just happen across Denken, who is a tavern owner. Brand new tavern, just recently built. No customers yet. But he's struggling to get the whole thing going. The whole thing rolling, shall we say. So with this series, we've got a lot of medieval overhaul mods. Like medieval overhaul as one. Rim medieval. We've also got a few of the fortification ones. And Rim fantasy. Using alpha animals. But we're also using hospitality and gastronomy. So the whole idea of this playthrough is I want to try to do a functioning tavern. But not just a tavern. But hopefully, as the title of the series suggests, develop this into a town. So what I'm hoping to do with this area is not just do one big workshop or potentially one big like dining room, recreation room, that kind of thing, or all the bedrooms and stuff together. I want to have like a separate tailor, a separate blacksmith. I want to have everyone to have their own little individual houses. And I think that'll be quite nice. It'll have a nice little town feel. They have our own church for the ideology. Now, long term, obviously, we're going to want to have really good defences. But for now, I think just having a small settlement to grow into a town itself, it's going to have a nice little feel to it, I believe. So let me introduce you to our 5 townspeople that we are starting with this time. We have Pruitt. Pruitt is a human bladesman. Got a chef talent, bit of melee, and plants. We have Lux, who is a Firbolg druid. Also quite kind, apparently. Good medical, bit of construction as well. Can be a backup cooker if need be. B is a human also, and she's a blood mage. Intellectual, so kind of like the research kind of person there as well. Malone is a halfling sharpshooter, who has got obviously good shooting, a bit of mining and animal skill. And Denken is a hobgoblin monk, who is obviously good at melee, and he's going to be a crafter as well. So these 5 will be the beginning of our town. As you can see, we've got a few things already set up. We've got a kitchen area, some storage. Denken's got his own bed, as he would. These are guest beds, but we'll have to switch some out for some of the guys. A bit more storage, and obviously dining area here. Already got the cash register in as well, in case we get guests, which I should probably turn off, actually, before it's too late. But I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start by, I guess, getting some growing zones down. Like, apart from having like this really nice, albeit wooden, base to start and live out of, we have to do the basic still, stockpile zones, and get some growing done. Well, to start things off, I've designated a few little growing zones. We've got a rice one for down there. I thought we'll go for a bigger one for corn here for more long term. We've got hill root up there and cotton. I've turned off new guests as well, because I did have 6, obviously Denken had 6 beds for people, but now it's going to be down to 2, which I could let them do for now, but I think until we've got like everything stocked up in terms of food and medicine and all that kind of stuff, and we're actually running and we can feed and look after ourselves, we probably shouldn't be looking after other people as well. So I've done some jobs as well. I've moved some stuff around. I don't have everything required at the moment, so like for example B can't do any research, got no research table, but I'll have it down there for now anyway. Pruitt's going to take care of the growing, although someone else, well I suppose Lux can do some as well. We're not actually building anything at the moment. I've also got some of these things here, which is like it's called a rim fridge. Is it? I think it's nice. Actually, it's a medieval ice add-on, actually. And it's basically like a way that in medieval times, because we're limited to no future tech, so we won't be able to get out of the medieval time. As for the rest of the world as well, the whole world is in the same situation. So these here, you put ice in and it keeps things frozen, and you get the ice from a cellar. So it's a crafting job, so Denkin's going to be on that at the moment. So we've got Pruitt working on the growing zones, a few people moving stuff around, and yeah, we've got a bit of recreation. We've got some outside as well, archery and hoopstone. We've got a nice little thing here, but I mean, the thing is, we haven't got any food at the moment, so maybe we should actually get some bills queued up. We'll stick to probably like simple meals for now. Let's do until we have... Okay, Denkin's already leveled up a bit. What we're going to do there, maybe till we have like 20 mils. Let's go 30 mils. But if we get below 20, that's when we carry on again. And hopefully the mills will go into here. But long term, I'd like to see that maybe we have like a different type of mills that the guests can take. I don't mind the guests taking them for free. So with the hospitality mod, it's actually a really good way of recruiting new people. And we can be a bit more specific with who we actually get. So we can wait on them, feed them. We don't have to charge them. I might even make it free to stay, but maybe long term we won't. But for now, maybe I'd make it free, and then it can be like obviously entertain them and they have fun. They can leave us gifts as well, the ones that leave. But if someone's really good, we can try to talk to them and convince them to join us, and then we can expand. But for now, I think if we get the growing zones down, maybe we should focus on getting... Oh, what do you guys think? I know no one can actually respond to me right now. I'm not streaming. I think we probably should... Is houses for everyone a bit too early? I mean, we're quite well set up compared to what you'd normally be. I mean, it could be quite nice to get a few houses out the way. Defences could be nice as well, but... Or what about if we make like a library, which could be the kind of like library / research area? I think that could be pretty cool. It's a small library because we can also... We've got the vanilla expanded books in this one as well, so we can write books and people can go there and learn some more skills as well. Before we do that, let's look at Denkin. So they've all got their own different skills. So Denkin is a monk. They've got lots of different stuff they can do here. I know Chi's pretty good. Chi or spirit is a life force that resides in all living things. Monks cultivate and harness this force to perform their art. So basically, they need Chi, which I think is that one above there. What are we going to want to go for? So I've decided to go for the ignore damage. So damage mitigation is reduced by 1 for each kilogram of apparel weight. So if he's wearing very little armor / clothing, he'd be able to like withstand damage, and which that can be really, really useful. So I like that. No one else has got one yet, but if we look at some of the other ones, blood mages can cut themselves to... I've used these quite a lot in streams and stuff before because they are really overpowered, but they're really, really strong. They have to cut themselves to bleed to gain magic power, and they can do all sorts of different nasty stuff to enemies. They can like cut them, explode the blood. They're quite powerful. What is Pruitt? Again, I've already forgotten. Oh, the Bladesman. Okay, that's it. Interesting. Quite a lot of melee combat still. Some of these ones, like I guess Blade Spin and Seismic Slash, might be dangerous to do next to some of the friendlies, but hopefully, if Denkin's stuck in there, he should be okay. He could mitigate quite a lot of damage. Sharpshooter. That has got a picture of a sniper rifle. I'm fully aware, but it works on bows as well. So this is we don't know what that is. And Lux is, of course, a druid. So having a healer is quite nice. There's an option of having like priests, but priests are pacifists. They cannot actually attack. So at least druids can still attack. Plus druids can heal. They're really good at curing diseases, and they can also do regrowth once you get the Master Scroll, which is like an operation. You plant a seed into this thing. You basically make another limb. So if someone loses a limb, we can use a druid to actually regrow. So I think that's pretty cool. How are we getting on here? We're doing okay. Let's get some more speed. I've decided just for now to grow on roughly the most fertile areas. We have got the tilled soil mod, which I think long term will do, especially if we have like some farmland set up. We'll have some arable and some pastoral farming land specifically. But the exact layout I haven't exactly planned out myself yet. The map itself, quite open. We've got a road going through it. There are a few broken down carts. We can disassemble these. Got a few more skills there. We can disassemble these to get some parts. Animals wise, we've got a few on here. Now I tried to add the D&D menagerie of monsters, but it was having a lot of problems, errors flashing up about stuff. I don't know if it's conflicting with something else I'm using, which I'm guessing it must be, which is a bit of a shame. But we do have alpha animals, so we still have some kind of fantasy beings, which is quite nice. And we've also got, as you see, we've got like a hobgoblin, we've got a halfling, and a furbolg. There are the Forgotten Realms races in here as well, so we'll see elves, we'll see all sorts of different things, which is quite exciting. It's kind of nice to play, have a playthrough of limited tech as well. It's quite nice. Bows and arrows only, swords and shields, magic obviously, which is quite powerful, but no artillery, which is on my, if anyone who watches my streams knows I'm very much a big fan of. So I decided to make a stonemason building first. I figured that might be the best bet because I don't want to make everything out of wood. So having an actual place where we can store chunks and obviously art blocks themselves and put down maybe an art bench as well as like the regular stonecutter benches. Maybe even have a couple of benches in as well, but I quite like that. That was actually really quickly built out of wood as well. We'll replace it because it makes little sense to have like a stonemason building made out of wood, but long term we'll probably replace it. But there's our first constructed building. I'm quite happy with it. We'll get some floors in as well. We don't have any blocks at the moment, so I think we'll just stick to having a wooden floor because I like having a floor. I've actually almost made the mistake again. Let's just do that. Using designated shapes mod is great and everything, but when you forget about it, it can be a bit annoying. I'm actually going to do that as well. Keep it nice and clear. We're going to get some light in there as well, and workbench. Oh, we've got a stone cutting spot, but we haven't actually researched. That's just that's the point. We've got to research. We've got a research thing. How about we put the research thing, the spot, in the kitchen, and then we can keep up some research at the same time. Stone cutting spot for now. We can just put inside there. Only takes 10 wood to make, so that's not too bad. Let's get some light in there as well. What do these cost to make? Probably can't do those. Any kind of wall-mounted torch lamps. Which way around is that going to be? I'm guessing that's going to be good. We'll just do one for now. And we can actually start cutting some blocks. I'm very excited. So now the stone cutting masonry area is in. I've decided to put down separate butchers so we can get the animals butchered like separate away from the kitchen, and it's quite close. I might even put a door there as well, but I mean the game is warning me I need defenses. Now I was hoping not to do as many as few as possible, should we say, but I mean if I at least have some kind of barricades to stand behind, that's probably overkill there, just in case enemies come from different angles. Maybe if they come from up there I might be a bit screwed now, but that's okay. We'll get some of that done as well. And these are going quite nicely. I've got Malone out hunting. There's quite a few gazelles around. And they're actually running off the map. That's not very ideal. Malone, you're supposed to be a sharpshooter, and you're not doing a very good job right now. B is still researching. I did want to do that library kind of thing, but I think that might be a bit more of a, I don't know, I'd say probably a larger stone building, like not like a church, I guess. It could actually be next to the church, or I was thinking about doing it the same as the church, but I probably shouldn't. Let's do it separate. Let's shut down some more trees. We're going to be building around here anyway, so long term we don't want to have too many trees right by the road. Having 5 people is nice to start with. Obviously it makes our wealth probably a little bit higher, so when we finally get our first raids of manhunters, they might be a bit more, well, I completely missed them, build them so fast. They could be quite intense, so but that's going to be part of the fun of it. We're currently playing on Strive to Survive, but you know what? let's get to Blood and Dust. So we're using Maynard Medieval. That's tales of heroism and hardship, prosperity and peril. Most factions and all research will be limited to the medieval and pre-medieval eras, which is very nice. Now, I've done a medieval playthrough before on stream, and it was going perfectly until right near the end when some people turned up heavy SMGs. A mad rat. Where is this mad rat? I just realised I haven't turned anyone. I've not set everyone up to attack. One of the big mistakes I make sometimes when I start is I don't put them on attack, so they start running away from like a basic rabbit or a rat or something. Let's draft Denkin up. He should probably be able to punch it to death. Though Lux has also got ranged weapons, so we might get lucky. What's your range? There we go. Good. Okay, we got lucky. I'll say lucky, it's just a rat, but it's nice to get rid of it. And I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so we had lots of people turn up heavy SMGs, which right at the end was a bit weird. But we actually managed to deal with the whole playthrough pretty comfortably. Magic, remember the magic is very, very good, especially with certain classes. Like I was talking about the Blood Mage earlier. Pretty exceptional. We're going to want some more of this. Let's cut plants. I guess it's not big enough. Let's get another floor down in here as well. I was making... Did I do this forever? I did. Denkin, you should be doing that. Oh, you are. Very good. Yeah, let's get some flooring down in here as well. I'm probably on the right thing. I am. You don't have much more wood, so we're going to have to chop a bit more down, but... That's fine with me. Maybe I should actually start researching something a bit different. We are doing stone crushing, then trying to get to stone cutting so we can specifically pick which blocks we get. At the moment, we just have to do random ones. And I'm guessing it's also quite slow on the spot instead. Now, with the limited research, like I was saying, it still shows me, even though I probably can't research it, probably won't let me, but it still shows me stuff on the left-hand side, like high-tech electrical kind of stuff, so... I'm sure it's going to be fine. We'll find out together. I want to make that a copy of this. Which way round is it? So one thing I forgot to go over was the actual ideology that we've got at the moment. I've gone for a Republic trading city builders situation. Which I think the city builders make sense. And so does the traders to quite a big extent, because that's part of the whole idea about the whole colony. It's a way for these people to not have to do adventuring anymore. It's for them to earn their money by, you know, hosting people in the tavern, selling stuff to them, because we'll have a different shops set up as well. And not only that, but, you know, just having traders come through and make money that way, or maybe we'll go out into the world, which is nothing I haven't really shown you. But yeah, so everyone's expectations are higher because of the trader. That always adds a bit more. But city builders are quite nice. They don't like travelling. They despise it, apparently, which isn't great. So we can't really travel too far. But I mean, we could probably they can take a bit of a morale hit just to go out and maybe do a bit of trading, because they'll be happy that we actually are trading anyway. But the world itself, which is here, on a big road, got a few settlements nearby. There are quite a lot of factions on this one as well. Quite a lot of different ones. I can show you them here as well. All sorts of different ones. All also stuck into the medieval era. Well, hopefully. Hopefully the mod's done its job. But it does turn off mechanoids, and I also turn off insects because we've got so many other factions anyway. And, well, to be fair, we're not going to be living inside mountains, so we probably wouldn't see insects anyway. So it's another reason I did that. But yeah, I think the ideology fits quite nicely. City builders, which is what they want to do, and the leader thing I'm not really sure about. I've not really done it before. The 3, I'm not sure how it really works, but all I know is I want to have there's like someone, was it? Can I actually click on someone and see? I don't think I should be able to. Okay, so there's like a one which is like a tradesperson who can call in caravans and stuff. So if they haven't recently traded, they get a negative debuff. So if I get close to that kind of point, I can call in people as well. So I think having this kind of like ideology / church, I'm going to call it a church, I think, because I think it makes sense. The church of, what is we even called? Settler Spiritism. Sure. The church of the settlers is going to go down. But I want to hopefully get all out the same kind of block. And I think slate I've been using... I can't tell if this is a stone pavement. I'm not sure what stone. We've got a lot of limestone though. What have we got most around? There is quite a lot of limestone. Let's do our limestone. I'm going to do a nice rectangular kind of building. Structure, that's the right one. Let's go for limestone walls. No, we do want to have squares like this. Maybe from like the corner here. I know we haven't got anywhere near enough for this. We want to go for stone flooring as well, so something like that. And then cancel that one in the middle. That is the middle, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it looks like the middle to me. We'll go for a limestone door as well. So it's going to be a bit of a long-term goal. They'll use what we've got and hopefully he'll make some more. We've got down to the last bit of stone cutting, so we should hopefully soon be able to do that. Now we have got the fortifications mod on as well, so we can actually make castle walls. I'm not sure about surrounding the whole thing. I'm not sure even how big we're going to make this. Now I know I want to make houses for people individually. There's no reason why people can't be like house roommates, flatmates kind of thing, like house friends. Obviously, if people get in relationships, that's going to be ideal. It's going to cut down the amount of houses we need. Also not sure how many colonists we're going to end up with. But I'm streaming, we can end up with like 50 people because people like to send in theirs using the integration. But it's been a while since I've done, other than there was the Ancients one, but we were limited to 5 people in that series. This one, we're not limited, but also I won't get as many as I'm used to. So the amount of space we might need probably won't be as bad. I would like to do some actual proper roads coming off as well, like alleyways and stuff. And I want to have a really nice, at the end of this, I want to have a really nice looking town that's defendable, that's pretty, and that, you know, hosts people well. You know, Tavern, looking after people, earns a lot of money. That's the main end goal for this one. I don't want to go out and wipe out any factions. I mean, I won't say never, because people could become our enemies quite easily, in which case, you know what, we have to pay them back a bit, although we do despise travel, so that would be a little bit difficult, but sometimes it could be worth it. I'm also thinking that maybe we want to change this, and you know what? There are some animals on the map. Maybe we should actually... Wrong one. The only real benefit to taking elephants and stuff on is for hauling, but we don't really need to haul at the moment, so... Maybe we'll wait for something decent to turn up that we can actually get, like... I guess that... I don't know if we'll see buffaloes, but with alpha animals on, we should get some different random ones turn up. I think we had one alpha animals one there. This is alpha animals, I believe. It is. I can tell why there's a picture there. Okay, so we should see some random ones turn up. I'll take that apart as well. These give you, like, some random components. And there are basic components in this game as well. I think I should probably also queue up quite a few things. I'm going to look at the research tab and just queue up a few things while they're working on this. I think we'll do slate floors, but with the limestone walls. I think that's going to look quite similar to that, but I can't really tell. I can't really tell. They look like a slate kind of colour, but we'll see. Well, I was just looking through B's blood mage abilities, and we have got the Raptor Men. It's probably going to be one person. The first raid's quite often one person, though. He is kitted with intent, shall we say. And magic has just returned to normal as well, so we should be pretty good. Do we dare just try to go melee and just see what happens? Are they going to? I didn't even see if they're going to prepare for a while. I don't really care. Let's just send everyone. Right. Oh, he's definitely aggroed now. Should we use a spell? What kind of spells have we got? We have got... We have to blood sacrifice, which is kind of pointless. We can go for a headshot. Wait, wrong person. We can go for a headshot. See if we can one-shot him. Didn't one-shot them. However, they are very injured. They're not even attacking us yet, which is really weird. Okay. Obviously, I wasn't expecting anything different. Even depending on how you start is, it doesn't really matter. Usually the game will send like just one person attacking you for the start. Usually. Not always, but usually. Let's have a look at you. Your health. You've lost your right eye. That's not ideal. The ill army. Not sure what that is. A scholar. Okay. Artistic, medical, melee. I mean, they're not bad. I don't really want to reward people. You know what? No, we don't. I don't think we're going to take anyone, unless they're like exceptional, from raids. I think they need to be taught a lesson. I will, however, take your weapon. You could actually strip them. What have you got? None of it's any good. A smoke leaf joint. I'm going to leave that as well. We're not really a drug-related ideology, so there's no real requirements. We'll just leave that one to bleed out. No harm with that body stand up there. Next raid will be hard. Oh, I was going to take on this. You know what? I'm going to do it now. Let's see what's inside here. I don't know if there's going to be anything to attack us straight away or not. There might be. Could be an animal. Could be... Right. That's doesn't look right, but that's okay. So this is what the ancient crypto sleeps look like. What I might do is I might shoot them instead. Can I shoot them from here? Range attack. I can. Okay. They're actually all friendly, which is a very good start. I don't think the Mega Scabs will even be aggressive. So let's look at some of these people. First of all, the health issues. Okay, 11 hours. You're fine. 5 hours. We don't want this person, I don't think. Frail. I'm not even sure what that is, but a liver condition. Oh man, you're 85. Yeah, no. Bird. Okay, no immediate danger, but also you are up. These two are actually up. So let's look at their stats and their bios. A chef. Okay. Body mod is a problem, but that's okay. Good cook and social. Not too bad. This person's a herbalist. Very nice. Plants and cooking as well. Zimmerman is plants. They're an adventurer. They're pretty pessimistic kind. And I was just talking how I don't want to take any people who are raiding us. These guys aren't raiding us, so it wouldn't really be the same thing. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to switch up. I'm going to take 2 of them. Maybe. We'll rescue 2 of them, but I won't... Let's go to medical. I won't do it so they have to join us. I won't try to capture them. I'll just rescue them and see what happens. So who do we want? These 2 here, they won't unless they pass out. We didn't want Eaton for sure. This one's dead in 5 hours. Leighton's not going to die, but also isn't too good. Has a chemical interest. Not a big fan. These are all not great things. I mean, a passion for shooting. 44-year-old, good planter. I think that one for sure. And they're not bad either. I think we'll just take those 2. So let's thingy them. Oh, I did. And where's Lux? They're down there. Malone, can you rescue that one? Rescue that one. He's only got 5 hours, so maybe I should actually stabilize. Who's that, Doctor? Lux. Change of plan. Stabilize there. These things shouldn't attack. Like I said, I did turn insects off as a faction, but they'll still be in the world in these kind of situations. Okay, 7 hours, that's good. All I want to do is just to stop them bleeding out before we got there and tend to them. We've got to feed these people, which is not ideal. And they probably both potentially leave as well, but you can't win them all. Zimmerman joins. Well, that was easy. Which one were you? I've just remembered something. We have to change their ideology. Now, we can do that by arresting them and changing them. They haven't got... Pessimist isn't very good. They haven't got What's the one? There's one which makes it really hard. Iron Willed, I think it is. Makes them really hard to change. So capturing them, I might have to arrest them and convert them in a minute. But you know, once we get the church down, we can actually just put a ritual spot down. Yeah, I can put a ritual spot down and make someone into the kind of priest role. In which case, they'll be able to convert people and use their skill for that. That might be not a bad option. Let's try it quickly. Ritual spot. Let's put it down there. Who's got the best social? It's going to be Denken. So if I assign you as the moral guide, let's do that. Of course, Zimmerman is now part of the ideology of the whole actual group of people. And I have got dual wield mod on as well, so what's that, like a big halberd and a sword? I mean, you're not the best at fighting, but, you know, it is what it is. What's your needs problem? Pain, and you're very hungry. Okay. Slept in the heat. Yeah, 27 degrees. Maybe I should queue up passive coolers. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff here. Well, air conditioning apparently I can do, but passive coolers don't exist or something. Let's go back onto this research screen. Passive coolers are like low tech. I don't know why they wouldn't be there. Wait. Because we can already do them apparently. Well, that's good. Passive coolers. They are a default thing. One in every room's a bit much. I guess it's only like a temperate forest area. We'll see how hot it gets. We'll see how hot it gets. I don't know if this is doing quite a bad job of heating the whole place up and then heating those rooms up as well. It actually is. Look, 26 degrees in these rooms. 24, 25 in these rooms. So this being there is heating up these rooms quite a lot. It has the kind of effect in rimworld where, like, through walls, if the room next to it is hotter, it has a chance of heating up your room a bit. Okay, so now Denken can try to convert Zimmerman. Might be hard. Might do okay. Okay, 72 to 26. That's very good. He'll be upset about the attempt. A false ritual. Because you don't believe in it. Try to convert you -5. Now, he's going to have some breakdowns probably, but I can deal with that for now. But he's going to be our 6 for now. Well, Leighton might not join, but that's not too bad. He needs a bed, but he's also not healthy yet. Oh, I just forgot. This magical box, which isn't really anything. Let's have a look what's inside it. This person did die with some plastil. Animal skill potion. Oh, so this is basically the skill trainers. That's good. So do we go for the person who's the best with animals, which is actually Malone, or do we try to buff someone else's skills up? You know what, Malone? Sorry, you just left there, but I want you to drink the skill potion, and I want to allow that as well. All urgently. I'll allow that. There's a lot of stuff inside here we can actually take apart. I won't use this building for anything specific. Could take the urns as well for decoration. That's pretty nice. But he's coming along quite nicely. And we've got our first rice harvest. 11 to 16. Skill potions and trainers. When you've got a double passion. At mid to low levels, just give you so many levels. Blight on our corn plants. I mean, they're not very old anyway. 35% grown, but that's a bit annoying. Now we do have, usually I leave 2 gaps between, but I haven't this time, so hopefully we don't lose all of our other stuff. But I mean, Lux is on it quite nicely. Oh no, Zimmerman helping as well. I've not actually given Zimmerman any jobs yet. Okay, Leighton's recovered and decided to leave. You know what, that is fine. I'm going to guess you're going to stay until you're a lot better though, yeah? Get some more of my food and meds. Yeah, of course you are. Course you are, mate. Course you are. But you know what? Ooh. Ah. No. That's an Archon Nexus quest, and we're not going for that. I don't know how that would work in a world that's limited by technology. So, I'm not sure. However, I think this is quite a good little spot to end the first episode. I didn't want to go too long on the first one. I just want to explain what's going on. Again, I apologise for the little bit of voice acting at the start. I thought it was a nice little flavour to the whole start of the series. But we're doing alright. We've got a masonry down. We've got a butchery. We've got the start of our Church of the Settlers. We've had a first rice harvest. We've even gained our first person and taken on the Ancient Danger. And had a mad rat and a solo raider already as well, and quite a few skill points, which I've been putting some in behind the scenes. It's quite it slows the whole process down when I'm constantly doing it, because early game they always end up getting quite a few skill points quite quickly for doing very little work. So I won't always show you where I'm putting the points, but at some points I'll probably go through them all and explain. But no, thank you for watching, guys. If you've got any suggestions on names for the colony or the town itself, or even any of the actual colonists, I'm more than willing to take suggestions. So I will see you next Wednesday for the next one. Until then, have a great time.